No striker, no problem for Arsenal, who see off Leicester winning 2-0. Guys, we had the drama all through the week with Kai Havertz being injured, a major injury for Arsenal. He has been someone who's produced a goal and assist, played the striker position majority of the season, and so losing him was a big blow for Arsenal, especially with all the other injuries that Arsenal have been through. Coming into this Leicester game, a Leicester team who haven't been the biggest of threats. As you can see, Arsenal sitting second even before this game, and Leicester in the relegation positions. So again, as the result would show, Arsenal winning it, maybe not the biggest surprise, but how Arsenal got to that position is something that definitely deserves to be discussed. Arsenal coming into this game, a standard team for them, with Kai Havertz coming out of the team. This is what I expected. Trossard to play the striker position, Sterling to come in and play on the other wing, Nwaneri on the right wing, and that's how it came to fruition. Partey, Rice, Odegaard in the midfield, and then the standard back four and goalkeeper that we see most of the time from a Leicester position. Again, not many surprises in their team. Vardy up top, he can cause some issues from time to time, which definitely Saliba and Gabriel were aware of, and he did have some moments where he was a nuisance. However, they saw him out and they saw Leicester out from a defensive standpoint quite easily. We'll take a look at the stats and the momentum as mentioned. Again, Arsenal were in control from pretty much beginning of the game to the end of the game. Leicester did have their little moments of counter-attacking. However, they weren't very threatening. 6 shots in the whole game, only 2 on target. As you can see from the shot positions, they weren't getting into key and critical areas, and even when they weren't able to take their opportunities. Benonote not hitting the target, and Ndidi not hitting the target, and you miss those opportunities, the best of your opportunities, you're gonna really struggle. Arsenal, on the other hand, again, had more opportunities, were creating a lot more, had more of the ball. However, they were struggling with actually converting those opportunities, having a focal point in attack. Again, starting off with Trossard, he's going to drop deep, he's going to link up, he's going to, move out to the wing, but you need a focal point from time to time, and especially when you're coming up against low blocks, which Leicester were definitely in, looking to give Arsenal the ball and counter-attack and see how open it would get. It wasn't going to work, and it just felt like Arsenal were going around in circles. They were trying to manufacture that threat with Rice pushing forward from that left centre mid position, and he was doing an amazing job. He's been really, really good for Arsenal. Partey as well. The whole of the midfield played pretty well. Odegaard stepped up to a degree, wasn't as effective as I would have liked from a creative standpoint. The onus for him to create is a high one, and it's not one I think he's marrying up to at the moment, but it's one that he can work towards, definitely. Sterling, it wasn't the game for him. He wasn't performing to the level that you would expect. He's not that same winger that would take players one-on-one and dominate to that level. The star player for Arsenal in this team from beginning to end was Nwaneri. He was an absolute baller. He shows so much intelligence. He's wise beyond his years. His football ability is second to none. He is a star boy. And what I've mentioned is when Saka comes back, what do you do? For me, his position and interchanging between Saka, they can both do this role for me. And so Odegaard will probably need to look to probably play the left centre mid role, but then what do you do with Partey and Rice? You probably will have someone like Zubimendi coming in. But again, it's squad flexibility, but I do want to see a right-hand side of probably Ben White, Saka, Nwaneri, and that interchange between these two, the link up between the three of them would be absolutely amazing. But moving on from that, again, Nwaneri showed his ability time and time again, and it paid off for the opening goal. Brilliant work down the wing to whip the ball in for Mikel Merino. It was picturesque, and it's the kind of ball that a centre forward would definitely want. And we talk about Merino, haven't been the most flattering in every opportunity of him, but his skill set, attacking wise, is second to none in what he does going forward and attacking those balls. He's got a centre forward's attacking ability. I don't know how to describe it. He's got a physical profile which probably will help Arsenal and give Arsenal a focal point. He's not shy at attacking the ball. He's threatening from every opportunity. So he has a lot of the skills and abilities that Arsenal would probably want, and that's what kind of made Kai Havertz attractive in a number of occasions. He's not the be-all and end-all. It's not something that Arsenal should be moving on with, but given how poorly they have set themselves up, how unfortunate they've been with injuries, this is a move that they'll probably will need to use for the rest of the season. They will probably need someone more physical. Trossard's ability and skill set and that false nine position will work for some games, but with the rest of Arsenal's attacking size and the way they play on the wings, you probably do want someone with a bit more stature. One thing I also give credit to Mikel Arteta for is the tactical fluidity. Very, very impressive for him to set up his team in a number of different ways with a number of different players given the injuries. I can discuss the squad building, which we will. I have to give my hats off to him as a coach. He is one of the best in setting his team up for success. Defensively, very, very sound and structured, but he does need those flair players to take Arsenal to the next level, and they need to be clinical players as well. Leicester, from their side, struggled mightily to create opportunities, dangerous ones at that. They need to work on their finishing. They need to work on creating opportunities. I don't think they've got a creative spark that can make something for nothing or give Jamie Vardy a plethora of opportunities. It's probably going to have to come from collective hard work, being structured at the back, being solid, and they did that for the majority of the game. It was the brilliance of Nwaneri with the ball and Moreno's positioning that finally broke them, but again, not as bad as they have been previously. However, going forward, they really do need to address that if they want to stay in this league, and that's the criteria for them. They need to finish their opportunities and they need to stay structurally sound if they want to take this team into next season being in the Premier League. Finally, we're going to talk about the title race, if you can call it that. I think you can now, given what's transpired. Liverpool dropping points to Everton, and now Arsenal beating Leicester. Again, it's still a mountain to climb. It's 4 points now, but Liverpool still have their game in hand. So that will go back to 7 points if they do win that. Their next game is against Wolves, so it will be interesting. Arsenal have done what they've needed to do. It will be a massive, massive hill for them to climb. We will see if they can do it. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe and comment. I want to know what you think of the Arsenal performance. Who was your player of the match? What do you think about Merino playing striker for the rest of the season? And do you think this is a real title race? I want to hear your opinion. Guys, I'll chat to you soon. It's been EDA. Peace.